Hey everyone, welcome to Witch Slapped, the after show for Hallmark Channel's The Way Home. My name is Rowell.
And I'm Dani.
And season 3, baby. Season 3.
It's here.
So season 3 picks up where season 2 left off, with Kat and her brother Jacob, who went missing more than 2 decades ago at the age of 8 and is now an adult, poised to walk into the Landry home to an unsuspecting Doww.
Meanwhile, Kat attempts to close the door on the 1800s after making startling discoveries. In the present day, she and Elliot navigate a new chapter in their relationship while he finds himself faced with his own complicated past. This episode was written by Heather Conkey and directed by Grant Harvey.
It was a good episode. I can't wait to get into it. But before we do, we're going to do what our usual segments. And I'm going to start with our Who Said It. So I'm going to give a quote from the episode, the season 3 premiere. And you guys have to guess it. And then Dani's also going to guess it. So after I say it, leave it your guesses in the comments below. All right. So my quote is, "He's been waiting for you. He's been waiting for you." Okay, everyone put your guesses in the comments, and then Dani, let me know if you've got it. He's been waiting for you.
Can I get a clue?
The he in question isn't human, I guess.
What? Okay. It is not ringing a bell. I'm usually pretty good at that.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Dell. She's saying that to Jacob with his teddy bear. Andie says, "He's been waiting for you." Yeah. I do have a fun quote that is not really a guess who said it, but okay. So this quote is from Catherine to Alice, and Alice shows the necklace that Casey wore on Alice's phone. So Alice is thinking that Casey could be from the future, and then Kat goes, "Maybe your imagination is running a little too wild on this one." And I mean, how crazy the show is with everyone going back and forth. How is that theory of Alice's, with Casey being from the future? How is that so impossible? You know what I mean? So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I was a little thrown off by that too. But I guess from Kat's point of view, like she said, Casey had spent the summer with her as an intern.
Yeah.
And I suppose it would be hard to go back and forth that consistently. I don't know. But I don't know. I think the pond is very mysterious.
Yes. Do you have a favorite moment?
So just another cutesy moment. When Alice returns home and she sees Elliot, and he asks her if it's okay if he asks Kat to live with him. I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know how often that happens in the real world, but I just think it was just very I don't know, is noble the word? I don't know. But it was really cool to see that.
I love it. It's so cute. Yeah.
I really like Elliot. He's such a good guy.
Yeah. And in our previous episodes of Witch Lab where we cover, the way home, Elliot is always our favorite character of the episode or performer of the episode. So yeah, we love Elliot here. My favorite moment has to be in the beginning, obviously, when they reunite, Jacob and Dell.
Yeah.
And at first I was thinking, wait, this is almost too good to be true. What if it's a dream scenario? What if maybe Kat's gonna wake up and realize that, oh, he didn't want to come in the house. And, so I was glad that, that was the case, that he did come in. And my weird thing is, it's throughout and they do go into the, 9 months ahead.
Yeah.
But after Dell finds out about this pond, even after 9 months, I would have so many questions, and they're all just chill right now. They're all living life as normal. But I would want to I would be at the pond like constantly. So many questions. And you know how we talked about the poster, season three's poster. Did you see the poster for season three?
I haven't seen it, no.
Okay, so it's the pond. It's Alice, Cat, and Dell. They're in the pond. They're halfway.
Okay.
So that has to, maybe we'll see Dell finally going in the pond and,
Yeah.
you know,
If she's gonna go back and visit Colton.
that'd be so sweet. I would love that.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now is the time where we play your submissions for our caption this image. We didn't get any submissions. So me and Dani, we're gonna put in a few of our own. And yeah, so let's take a look at that now.
All right, so that was our caption this submissions from be sure to follow at PopWireNet on all social media platforms, and keep an eye out for our posts where we are asking for the caption this submissions. We'll put up a photo from the episode, and then just comment below the photo, and then we will input your submission on the next episode of Witch Slapped.
And it's so fun too. It's okay. Okay, so for big moments, Dell's been receiving these letters that are saying, that I'm sorry, I'm playing with chopsticks, y'all. I don't know why. I just had some sushi earlier today. So Dell's been receiving letters that's saying that she's been lying about what happened with the arrival of Jacob. And as a reminder, they're saying that Jacob was, what did they say? That someone found him and they were like, recluse or whatever. I don't know the word. Like they were like I don't know, in hiding. And they were like
Off the grid.
yes, off the grid. And then so yeah, she's been getting apparently a lot of these letters as we see in her drawer. So that's kind of giving me like I know what you did last summer kind of vibes, right? My theory is I think it might be Casey. Who do you think it might be?
I don't know who it could be. What makes you think it's Casey?
I think it might be Casey because I feel like I do believe that they are, from the future. And I feel like this is not the last we've seen of them. We saw them last at the season finale. Maybe there's different ways you could the context of it, you know what I mean? So maybe it wasn't meant like threateningly or something. Maybe it was just saying,
Yeah, what was it that said?
okay, it said, your lie is known. Time will tell.
Mhm.
Could that be something that Casey, I don't know. I think it might be because at this point, I don't know who else could be like, like a big shocker thing. Maybe we'll find out either mid-season or at the end, but
Yeah. We're also I'm not sure who it is, but I don't know that we should assume that this person is referring to Jacob's true story. Um,
so you're saying that the lie could be
be something else.
something. Ooh, yes. That's a good point.
Yeah.
This could be about anything that might play out later this season.
One of the things I wanted to bring up was at the top of the episode, we were like launched into an unknown year, and we see a young couple, which I'm assuming they're a couple, with a baby, right? And the woman is writing a letter, puts the letter in the basket with the baby, and then the two people jump into the pond hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that only one of them was a Landry, like a true Landry, if we're supporting the idea that they're probably a couple. And I was like looking at the clothing, and they're like wearing blue denim. The woman's wearing Doc Martens. So I was kind of thinking like maybe 80s, 90s. I don't know. If it was Colton and Dell, it would have been like 80s, right? Like early 80s. Because I think Doc Martens became popular for people outside of like the workforce or whatever, like late 70s.
Wait. Oh, okay, never mind.
What?
I was thinking, wait. If that's Colton and Dell, what if that baby is Casey? But I don't know. So if you're saying that the pair was Dell and Colton, um, would that be? Do you think that would be their baby in the?
Maybe. I don't know. And like, what if that's actually tying into the whole lying scenario and this person said oaths, right? Because it was Colton and Dell that kind of spoke about it. She had that like bitch Colton. I don't know.
You know what I love about you though? Like you're always like you pay attention to all the details, like what they're wearing, etc. Like whoa, like yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
Who do you think pushed Alice into the pond?
Again, I think it might be Casey. I don't know how.
Casey too. At least, yeah. I think Casey, because they're the only person that we know of that is visiting from the future. At least that's what we believe.
Yeah. Well, wait. What if it was Dell, present day Dell, who pushed Alice in to make sure that Dell and Colton got together?
Or Dell from the future.
No, Dell, present day Dell, or maybe Dell from the future, like, or whichever. I think that would be a cool twist too, because maybe that's when we'll find out. Oh, she's been using the pond.
Okay. So it's either Dell or Casey.
That's yeah. That's what I was gonna say something stupid just now. I was like, what if it's the horse? We haven't seen the horse yet. This. Oh yeah, what are the twists? Oh gosh. So we heard Alice is singing on a record with Colton. Oh, of the 70s. So, ooh, what was that about? Oh my gosh. That would be cool to find out like everything about that. I'm excited. Yeah.
Yo. I also could have to hear that song in its entirety. Like it's really pretty.
I literally was just gonna say that. They should release it somehow. I was literally just yeah. So yeah, episode 2 was really good. But before we get into it, Dani, what's it about?
All right. So viewers, they're introduced to a groovy new era when the pond transports Kat and Alice to 1974, which is the year that Dell and Colton first met as teens and their epic love story began. Alice is befriended by a young, sprightly Evelyn Goodwin, but their budding friendship complicates Alice's life in the present. The episode title is The Way We Were. Again, this is 302. And it was written by Alexandra Clark and directed by Grant Harvey.
Such a good episode. Loved it.
Okay, so it's time for my Who Said It. It's a short quote. Carpe diem.
But that's a quote.
That's the quote. Carpe diem.
Remember anyone? I don't remember. Anyone who's. Oh, okay. So if you guys know who said it, leave it in the comments below before Dani tells us who it is. I have no idea. Can you narrow it down? Was it said in 1974 or present day?
It was said in 74.
I don't remember. You said it.
Okay, so Rick Augustine said it to Colton. It was that moment when Colton is like making eyes at Dell, like from across the way.
Yeah.
And he's basically, trying to rally him up, saying, "Oh, I'm proud of her, carpe diem." And I love that quote because that is what Colton says to young Elliot when Elliot was a teenager, and he knew that Elliot had a crush on his daughter. So I just thought,
Such a cute callback. Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna do the episode.
For me, I would have to say, I gotta say, I feel so jealous for Alice because she can go in any time period and make friends so easily. And always her group of friends I feel like they're like the coolest people and they're so fun. This time around in 1974, my favorite moment is getting to meet Rick Augustine, played by Mark Ballantyne, young Colton, played by Jordan Doww, and Evelyn in 1974. In 1974. And I felt like it was such a fun friend group, especially I'm in love with Evelyn. She's so fun. I love her. Yeah. Um, young Rick, or I shouldn't say young Rick because we don't meet older Rick, right? So Rick and young Colton. I don't know if you've seen Gilmore Girls, but their haircuts. I've never seen either. I've just seen pictures, but their haircuts. The two young guys. They're giving me Dean Forrester vibes. He's played by Jared Padalecki back then, and so I thought that was cute and hilarious.
My moment also comes from 1974, and I really hope, I love that era. The music is fun, the way everyone's dressed and like how they talk and like all that kind of stuff. It's really fun to see. And yeah, so my favorite part is when Colton finally, gets brave enough to go speak to Dell and they're having a conversation and someone puts on some like disco music and Colton's kind of like, ugh, and Dell gets like really offended over it. And she tells him off because he's basically like, disco music isn't real music. And so she's like, oh, okay, so you're that guy. It was really fun. It was like definitely Dell, like, I think that what's the actress's name?
The actress's name is Julia Tomasone.
Okay, yeah, Julia, she like nails that character.
The accent too, right? The cadence and like the
Wow.
voice, right? She
Really great expressions and how she like even the eye contact and stuff. Very, very good job.
I have a question. So out of the whole new group, who would you say is your favorite?
Ooh, probably Evelyn. I think, yeah, she's just really kind and like bubbly and really cares about her friends. And I love how close she is with these two guy friends of hers. Seeing that kind of platonic relationship, I think is really nice to have on screen. And I want to hang out with her. I want to do tarot walks with her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love how open and welcoming she was to Alice. And oh yeah, like as you said, I would totally want to be her friend too and like hang out in tarot cards and palm readings or whatever. We are going to go into our caption this image segment, and we got a couple. We're gonna play that for you right now. All right, so that was our caption list submissions. Thank you everyone for submitting your. This is so fun. I love it. Be sure to follow at PopWireNet on all social platforms, and keep an eye out for our posts where we ask you to caption this and reply to that post with your caption, and we will include it in our next episode of Witslap. Oh yeah. We find out that even young Vic is a dick, right?
Yes.
So Kat goes to 1974 and she runs into Vic. And then Kat goes, Victor Augustine? Yeah, that tracks. Because he was being such a dick to her. Something about because she wanted to borrow his bike to go chase after Alice.
Yeah.
And then Vic was like, you have 2 legs, use it. And then she goes, Vic Augustine? Yeah, that tracks. Because, yeah, that's Elliot's dad. Such.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. At the end of the episode, we find out that teenage Colton is traveling. Time traveling, right? So I'm wondering, where is he traveling to? It could very well be the 1800s. And I say that just because in episode 1, the premiere episode, when Kat is kind of like starting to put things together, right? She pours the wine on the book on accident, sees that message. We forgot to talk about that the last witch hunt, but oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, excuse you.
Leigh spills her red wine on Alice in Wonderland, which is a book that her dad gave her, Colton gave her, and sees a message that he had written in the back that was like secret there. And so she starts thinking like, oh, is he a time traveler? Which is, it's interesting because we as the audience already know, right? That was revealed last season. So we're kind of watching in real time as other people within the show were actually watching. So yeah. So anyway, while Kat is kind of putting some things together, she goes, oh, well, right before my dad died, he referred to me as my Catherine, and he was seeing me as an adult. So she's like, he must have gone to the 1800s and saw my portrait. Anyways, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's been traveling to 1814, possibly.
That was my big moment as well. And can you remind me, so when Alice sees teenage Colton come out, this was after Alice also went in the pond, was it?
Yeah.
Or did she see him present day?
So she, this is when she went back to 1974 a second time because she learned that Rick died in a car accident right after that bonfire at the Cove, the summer kickoff at the Cove. And so she's like, oh my God, I need to go back there because like Colton is going to need me. Or she said something to that effect. I can't remember exactly what. And so she jumps in the pond, pops back up in 1974. And right when she gets out of the water, then teenage Colton comes out of the water.
And then he's upset, right? He's like, damn it. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh.
So that was in 1974 when she saw teenage Colton?
I think so. I'm assuming so.
Okay. Because now that makes sense, because I initially thought that that was present day when Alice saw teenage Colton coming. But that didn't explain why he was like throwing his fists in the water. But what you said just makes sense. So Alice goes to 1974, comes out, and then she sees young Colton in the water, upset. So I'm guessing he's upset because he's not able to travel to where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
Or
wonder.
he tried to go somewhere.
Yeah.
That didn't work. So maybe he's trying to go to Alice's time, present day. I'm not sure.
Well, so I don't think they can go to the future.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
maybe he's trying to go back so that he can save Rick. Maybe.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm gonna cry, but that makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I don't know if you guys, yeah, so rewatch that the last few seconds of that episode of episode 2. He comes up and then he's like, turn.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Noticed that he was wearing kind of like a nice dress top, or it's like a white button-up shirt, and he had like a black vest on.
Yeah.
Like either he put that on after he had gone back in the past, or he put it on before he went to the pond. But better. I don't know.
But then also, like, Alice seemed really shocked to see him. So is this where she kind of finds out that he knows about the pond? Because he
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why they end up writing that song together, because that song is about the pond.
Oh, God, I sure so smart. I have goosebumps. Yes! And again, we need that song released. Hallmark, come on. Please release that song.
I apologize if I pronounce her last name wrong, but Sadie Laflamme Snow. Is it Laflamme? Laflamme Snow?
You might be Laflamme. Laflamme.
So, either way, Sadie, I really enjoyed her in this episode. I think, um, again, acting across the board in this show is really great. And she really like the way that she's able to capture emotions on her face. Like when she meets her grandfather in 1974 for the first time, and just like, or even when she first meets Rick and realizes that Rick is about to go see Colton and he's giving him this guitar, and she's like, "Oh my God, like I have to go with you." Um, it's like, obviously she's not saying that out loud, but you can see it on her face. And yeah, so I really enjoyed Sadie in this episode.
You know what I was also thinking, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of like hate for this in the comments.
Uh-oh.
But when Alice sees teenage Colton for the first time, I'm wondering if she's like, damn, he kind of fine.
No,
Are you sure we related?
I know. And then there's that awkward moment when Evelyn's like, "Okay, which one do you like,
Whitney.
Colton?" And she's like, "No." Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's funny.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Well, be sure to hit us up on social media, PopWireNet, and all social platforms. Also, What's Left on X. And all right, so thank you everyone for joining us. We will see you next week for episode 303. We'll see you later.
Bye.